y'all? Same day as I made the last video. Pretty much right now, I've already stripped out the back doors. I'll just show y'all what I did. I didn't really do it in the video, I just talked about what I was going to do. I just realized both of these doors are separate. They're like, this is the color of the car, and then that one might have gotten hit, I don't know, but it's whatever. They look good anyways, so. Or maybe this is the new one, because it did get hit in this area whenever I bought it. Anyways, I did all that. It's all stripped out on the inside, and right now, I can't not talk. I'm actually working on cutting out the trunk. The reason why I'm doing this is because if you look under here, you see the trunk where I want to put a diffuser. I can't fit a diffuser anywhere, and I have my own diffuser right here, but this isn't what I really want or need. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the trunk, and later on we're going to put in supports for a fuel cell, for the battery relocation, for possibly radiators, coolers, oil pump, fuel pumps, stuff like that. Everything that I'm planning on doing, it's either going to be in here or in the back seat or vice versa. It doesn't matter. Basically right now my goal is to go ahead and get this whole donut area cut out, and this is my spare. It's a Ford spare, but this is what I'm cutting out because I'm going to make supports right here for that fuel cell, and might as well get it done now while I'm trying to save money, and I don't have anything else to do other than just take stuff out of the car. So I'm just cutting that out. I'm using this this grinder, this hand grinder. It gets hot really quick, and this wheel I don't think is made for this. So I'm gonna let it cool down for a little bit because it's getting really hot. And I've only cut like maybe 4 or 5 inches of steel, so I guess it's pretty strong. But the bad thing about this is technically a crushed zone. So if I were hit, this would be a crushed zone. So I'm going to have to beef it up, make my own rear bash bars and stuff like that to put behind the bumper, so that this thing is reinforced, strong, ready to get hit if it ever does. I don't want to be hit and not have a crushed zone to take the force of another car hitting me. So this is legal within everything that I've read, as long as it is structurally sound, and as long as your vehicle has the necessary things in order to like drive at night, stuff like that, lights, reflectors, stuff like that, and it isn't dangerous to people around you, then it's not illegal. Nobody said that you cannot fabricate things inside your car. So I am fabricating this. I've got a welder at work. I'm actually saving for a TIG welder. I'm going to start TIG welding, learning that. I know how to MIG, I know how to stick weld. I know all that stuff. But what's really important to me is TIG welding in the later on in my life, where I'm actually going to be doing precision welding at my business and fabrication and stuff like that. So I'm new to this. I'm trying to get this figured out, and that way I can teach myself, and then later on be able to do it to other people's cars, and have tested my car before anybody else's. So I'm testing everything I'm doing. I'm trying to be smart, trying to be educated with all intent of legally doing everything, and just having fun. So right now I'm just cutting the trunk out, and once I'm done with the trunk, y'all will see I'll be able to weld up a big old diffuser that will actually work under the car. Another thing is I have to cut this out because the differential has to fit within the trunk area. The differential will not fit. That's why rear-wheel drive cars don't have that big of trunks, not deep, because the differential comes up, the subframe comes up, and it blocks a lot of things. Well, I got to take that out, and later on I have to do a lot of extra stuff like doing a trans tunnel, but this is the most ideal thing for me to do right now while I'm trying to save money. So this is what we're working on, guys. It's going to be out soon. So thanks guys for watching. If you want to keep up with the update or updates on this car and the build and everything, go to Nevea Performance on Instagram. There's an underscore in between Nevea and Performance. Also, if you go to subscribe, you'll see everything that's going on with this car. Oh man, she's dirty. She needs to get cleaned. Anyways, all these updates, everything, they're all going to be on YouTube. They're all going to be on Instagram. So just look it up and hit me up on Instagram or DMs on Instagram if y'all are around the Nashville area and y'all want to hang out, if y'all want to work on cars, if y'all are interested in helping me out and I'll help you out, stuff like that, or going to car meets. Trying to get a good crew together and go to car meets all over the place. So if you're interested in that, hit me up. I'll see you later. Don't forget to subscribe. Alright, see you guys. Peace out. What's up, guys? Yesterday I broke a wheel, and y'all didn't really see it because I didn't video anything, but I was cutting out the trunk and I broke the wheel off. It was shaking around like crazy in my hand. It's kind of scary. So I pulled it off, shut it down, and got some progress done. I got some cut-off wheels that's actually made for cutting off metal, and that was just like a sharpening stone on it, or a buffing wheel. This one will actually be for cutting, so thank God. So this time I won't be here just grinding away at it and it not doing anything. Now we'll actually finally cut through. So we're gonna get to it. I got like a great value brand hand grinder, but yeah, it should work pretty good. And I don't know exactly what the plan is after this. I just know I'm gonna cut out the trunk, cover it up, make sure that no water can get inside, and then I'll come up with a plan and fuel cell design, stuff like that. So I was just inside the car cutting. I made some good progress. I only got from here to here to cut now. I had fireworks in my car and forgot about it. So I had a few fireworks go off. You know, just typical Jarrett things. And then I sat back here and I was trying to get situated so I could get, better cuts. And this is in there. Oh, looky here. I ripped my pants even more. Well, they weren't even ripped in the first place, but I just ripped them more. Anyways, I gotta keep on cutting on this and make sure no fireworks blow me up again, because there's a bunch of them, and they all start going off, and it freaked me out because I thought I was exploding or something like that. But anyways, we got more cutting to do, and then we'll see what I want to do. I'll see what I want to do with this this trunk part right here. I might bring it up and just weld it in flat, and so that way, like, it just kind of has an area to have, like, I don't want to buy any more material, basically. And so if I can use this and repurpose it, then it'll be good. Alright guys, well, we got this thing cut out, and there's some bolts on the bottom side that we just have to disconnect from the subframe, and this thing will just drop down. The bolts are under there, connected to the subframe. I don't know if you can see it right there, but what I'm probably going to do is take material and span it between the two, and just use the OEM bolt spot so that, it's relatively safe like it was before. This is just removing some metal, and those are just supports to make sure the trunk doesn't get caved in or anything. So I don't think those are very important, but I will do some maintenance to make sure that those are actually going to have some pieces welded in between so that it's going to be safe. Oh, working on a lower car is always difficult, but I can't get the video. Okay, here's the two, and the two look like this, and this is a subframe mount right here. So what I'm doing is I'm just sticking my arm in there and getting that bolt out, and the exhaust looks like crap. I need to redo it. No reason to redo it right now though, because I don't have an LS yet. Alright, so I got the nuts right here. These look like grade 8, but I don't know what thread pitch and everything they are. Anyways, they were, what millimeter was this? I don't know what millimeter. 16 millimeter to get those off. Alright, so we got this thing cut out mostly. Those bolts are out. And there's a separate compartment with these are actually just welded in, spot welded from factory. So these spot welds are not too hard to get out. You just gotta get a screwdriver and kind of just like pry them out like this. And then once you pry them out, they'll pop loose, kind of like that one did. You can kind of see it pop loose. Material's right there. And then you keep cutting, and then you get inside your car and then kick this down. And this way you can kind of start getting it out of your way, and also be easier to get out of the vehicle once it's flat. So I'm pretty much just kicking these corners down, making sure everything's flat. That way I have more access to the other spot welds. And yeah, the cut's kind of like janky right now. Of course it's going to be janky because it's just a first cut. But you can see we got a lot of stuff down here that we can actually access. We got the exhaust right here. We got the subframe right here. We got the gas tank way back here, which is good that it's way back there because I was actually cutting. And I knew that the gas tank was like nearby. But I'm just glad I wasn't cutting directly next to it. And then there's just like a bunch of probably ABS sensors right here. And yeah, so this way I'll be able to access like my exhaust and everything like that. I'll be able to access these bolts and everything, and actually adjust my camber literally on the spot. But the main goal right here is just to open up the space, have room so I can actually put a fuel cell. I could have just put a fuel cell in the bottom, but I want a good diffuser, I want a good body kit, and I want to be able to get low. So this trunk is actually disabling me from doing that. And also, I had no way of putting a diffuser in here without this being out. So I'm just having to do a little bit at a time. Get these spot welds finished, and then I'll have it pulled out. Go, guys. That's how you do it. That's how you take a trunk out. Here's the thing. It's not always going to be like this. I'm going to put a firewall right there. So that way, a firewall right here, so that there's no air, nothing coming through. And I'll seal it off, make sure everything's safe. But yes, this is a full send. And yes, this is the first trunkless Nissan Altima. This is a full send bills, guys. I'm not joking. This is legit. I may be 19 years old and have dreams and aspirations and have a low paying job, but when you want things to work and you try really hard and you want to fight for it, I know this is really deep, but I'm fighting for this. I want this to be real. I want to show my family up. Because they, number one, don't believe in me, or they just think it's ridiculous. And it is. It is. Nobody does this to an Altima, especially if they're daily. Right now it's my daily. I'm saving up. I am about a month away from actually getting my own. Well, I've already kind of like worked on paying off this one to my parents, and they helped me out, fortunately. But I'm actually going to be buying my own daily. It's probably going to be like a little Honda Accord or something like that. But or a truck. I may get a truck just so that whenever I'm done with this, I can actually tow it around. But yeah, this is a pretty crazy build, and I appreciate y'all watching. It means a lot to me. I don't have any support, and the few people that do support me, or DM me, or say good job, or hey, I'm watching, you know, that means a lot to me. And I'm gonna look forward to those days in the future whenever I'm like, man, those people that help me out, those people that are being inspirational to me, it means a lot to me. And the future, you know, I'm talking about the future, you know. I don't know where I'm going to be, but I know I'm going to be doing something good. I'm going to do something for God as well. So no matter what, I'm going to be working hard at whatever I do, and you should too. So guys, if you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe, and you know, keep up with the updates. Also on Instagram at Navarre_performance. This is all just my dream, and every day I'm living my dream. So thanks guys for watching.